Donald Trump is back to using the kind of language that got people hurt before. This time it is aimed at one of his own, Republican Congressman Thomas Massie. Massie is doing something I respect, which is, even if it's not politically expedient, he is speaking up for the Epstein victims. He was part of that press conference we covered earlier with Ro Khanna, where victims spoke and they said, yes, Trump and Epstein were friends. Yes, we are going to make our own list of perpetrators. We were there. We know who they are. And so Massie is doing something Trump doesn't like. Hours later, Trump is interviewed by Scott Jennings and says, we need someone to take out the insurgent, Thomas Massie.
So we have a thing that's happening, and I do bring a unity to the Republican Party. Do you know, almost every single person I've endorsed has won.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone who hasn't. If I endorse a person, they win. And I do well in the elections, too. I don't want to put that down, because with the Republican Party, it's like 399-0. Think of that. And many of those are insurgents, people that I like better. You know, I didn't like a certain Republican. And, you know, we like this guy Massie. He's going to be taken out. He's no good. He never votes. He never votes for anything, you know. It's like he's from Kentucky. He's always a no vote. It's like automatic. If it's good or bad, he thinks he gets publicity by voting now. We call him Rand Paul Jr. But it's terrible, some of these guys. So sometimes you have to take them out, and I do, and I win.
That is not policy talk. That is not normal political disagreement. That is the kind of language you use when you want your audience to picture violence, and Trump knows who's listening. We've been here before, my friends. In the weeks leading up to the January 6th riots, Trump told his supporters, you got to fight like hell. It's going to be wild. Walk down Pennsylvania Avenue to the Capitol. And they did. And they smashed their way into the Capitol. They hunted lawmakers in the halls. They demanded the hanging of Mike Pence. People died. And Trump has never taken responsibility. And so what he's doing now is he's saying, how far can I push it? These are not isolated slips. Trump has dropped. Remember, the Second Amendment people should do something about, I think it was Hillary Clinton. Let's rough up the protesters. Don't be too gentle with them. Knock the hell out of our opponents. This is mob talk. This is Trump hinting at what he wants without saying it outright. We've talked about the term stochastic terrorism before. I think it applies here. And Trump's followers have proven we're willing to do it. We're willing to take these hints literally, and the timing matters. The Epstein files are politically explosive. Massie is trying to get them out. If Massie is right about what those files contain, it could expose some very powerful people. And so when you consider that, and you see the effort that Trump has made to cover up the files, and you see the pressure campaign that the White House has started to prevent the release of the files, you have to interpret Trump's language in that context. And it doesn't sound like random bluster when you understand the context. It's more of a threat. Warning anyone, if you go down this road, we might take you out, whatever that means. We know what happens when Trump says these people, that person, this guy is my enemy. The question is whether anyone in power will take it seriously before something happens this time. And from what we've seen, the answer is they will not. No one is going to take it seriously. And Trump is going to continue doing exactly this. Now, interestingly, Marjorie Taylor Greene also seems to be turning on Trump, at least with regards to the Epstein files. So we're going to talk about that maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, depending on how much time we have.